Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, scholars. It's a magnificent Monday. Today is Monday, May 11th, 2020, and we're going to focus on lesson 10. Yesterday was Mother's Day, so if you can tell your moms from Miss Jackson that I said Happy Mother's Day, and I hope that they enjoyed it, and I hope you did something so special and you showed your mom a lot of love yesterday. Welcome to first grade ELA virtual learning. I hope you're ready to grow your brain. If you don't have your packet yet, pause the video, go get it, and come back. Turn to today's date, Monday, May 11th. Few reminders, scholars. Remember, I will be announcing the scholars with the most I-ready minutes on Friday, the most Get Epic minutes on Friday, the most Grow Our Team points on Friday. Also, I will have a video chat on Friday. This week, you will have assignments due on Monday and Friday for all three classes. Today and Friday, please remember to submit your work Monday, today, and on Friday for all three classes. That's a Grow Our Team point for each picture that you submit. And then depending on how well you do your work, you can receive more Grow Our Team points. Objective. Objective. I will fix sentences by adding proper punctuation marks in the appropriate places. Spelling words. Spelling test today. Digraph. Wait for the snap. If you said A, give yourself a point. If you said A, give yourself a point. If you said O, give yourself a point. Tricky words. Don't get tricked. Wait for the snap. If you said talk, give yourself a point. Thinking. If you said Carlos, give yourself a point. If you said Hidalgo, give yourself a point. Thinking. If you said Mexico, give yourself a point. If you said gracias, give yourself a point. Thinking. If you said Gomez, give yourself a point. Spelling words. Spelling test today. All right, scholars, please make sure you're looking at these words. ESCAPE. That spells escape. That spells RAIN. That spells rain. That spells HAIR. That spells hair. That spells EXPLAIN. That spells explain. That spells S-T-A-Y. That spells stay. That spells S-T-R-A-Y. That spells stray. That spells D-I-S-P-L-A-Y. That spells display. That spells Y-O-U-R. That spells your. That spells it's time for your spelling test, and you're gonna do your best. Please remember, scholars, do your best. This is independent. Don't ask for help. Do your best. It's okay if we make mistakes. It's okay if we get them wrong. We just learn from the mistakes and we practice harder next time, okay? Making sure you have this paper in front of you. If you do not have this paper in front of you, pause the video, get here so we can grow our brain. Number 1, I want you to write the word stay. Stay. I told the dog to stay. The word stay has 4 letters and 1 special digraph. If you need more time, pause the video, write your word, and resume the video. Number 2, escape. The man tried to escape from the police. Escape. The word escape has 6 letters and 1 digraph. Please make sure you use the symbols to show me what letters are working together. Escape. Next to number 3, I want you to write the tricky word, your. Your mom was very happy yesterday for Mother's Day. Your has 4 letters. Number 4, rain. It tends to rain a lot in the spring. Rain has 4 letters and 1 digraph. Please make sure you underline the digraph. Please remember which digraph this one is. It goes in the middle of a word. Rain. Next to number 5, explain. I had to explain to my mom how challenging it was to get up to being a leader. Explain. Explain has 7 letters and 1 digraph. Make sure you use a proper digraph in the middle of that word. Explain. Number 6, hair. Hair. My mom cut my hair yesterday instead of taking me to the barber shop. Hair has 4 letters and 1 digraph in the middle. Number 7, stray. I see a lot of stray cats running around the neighborhood. Stray has 5 letters and 1 special digraph at the end. Please underline that digraph. Stray. Number 8, display. Display. When I see a shoe display, it always catches my attention. Display has 7 letters and 1 special digraph at the end. Display. Ooh. All right, scholars, that paper should have been sent to me when you are done with this video. Please make sure that is what I collect. Please take a picture of it and send it to Miss Jackson. If you get a 100%, that will be 4 Grow Our Team points. If you send it in, that will be 3 Grow Our Team points. Please make sure you do your best. All right, scholars. So we've been learning where to place punctuation marks. So what we're going to do is we're going to read these sentences and we are going to write the proper punctuation mark at the end of the sentence. Okay, some sentences may need a punctuation mark in the end. Some sentences may also need a comma in between, okay? I will do these with you. You will do 7 and 8 independently. Number 1 says, Martez likes to run, play hopscotch, swim, and draw pictures. So that has a lot of stuff going on. The first thing we're going to do is figure out the punctuation mark. Martez likes to run, play hopscotch, swim, and draw pictures. Well, it's not a sentence of strong emotion, so we don't need an exclamation mark. It's not a question, so we don't need a question mark. It's a statement because they're just telling us what Martez likes. So we're just going to add a period at the end. Now, it seems like Martez likes to do a lot of different things. So we have a series of words, and within a series of words, we need commas. But in order for us to know where to place these commas, we need to figure out what special word we have to box. That special word is and. When we have the word and, that tells us we have a series of words. Martez likes to do 1, 2, 3, 4 different things. And we do not put a comma after the word and. So we have to put it before the word and after the things that he likes to do. So let's count up the things he likes to do. The first thing he likes to do is play. The second thing he likes to do, the first thing he likes to do is run. Actually, let me start that over. First thing he likes to do is run. Second thing he likes to do is play hopscotch. The third thing he likes to do is swim. And then the fourth thing he likes to do is draw pictures. Okay? So looking at the word and, we know we do not put a comma after the word and. So we're going to put a comma after the first thing he likes to do is run. Right there. We're going to put a comma after the second thing he likes to do, which is play hopscotch. And then we're going to put a comma after the third thing he likes to do, which is swim. Okay? Please make sure you have those commas in the proper location. All right. Sentence number 2 says, Kay had coleslaw, pork chops, and corn for dinner. The first thing we're going to do is identify what type of punctuation mark goes at the end of the sentence. Kay had coleslaw, pork chops, and corn for dinner. We know it's not an exclamation mark. It's not a sentence with strong emotion. They're not asking us a question, so it's not a question mark that needs to be there. It's a statement, so we're just going to put a period at the end of it. Now, we have a series of words. Kay had many different things for dinner. In order for us to know that it's a series of words, there is a specific word that we need to box. That boxed word should be and. Now we need to identify the 3 items Kay had for dinner. The first thing she had was coleslaw. The next thing she had was pork chops. And then the last thing she had was corn. Remembering, we do not put a comma after the word and. So we need to put a comma after the first 2 items, okay, which is coleslaw. So she had coleslaw, we need to put a comma after that word. And she had pork chops, put a comma after that. And then she had corn. We do not put a comma after the word and. So that's it. Sentence number 3 says, would you like 1 or 2 scoops? First thing we're going to do is figure out what punctuation mark we need at the end. Would you like 1 or 2 scoops? We don't need an exclamation mark because it's not a sentence with strong emotion. We don't need a period because it's not a statement. It's not telling us anything. It's asking us a question, which tells me that we need a question mark at the end. Okay, that's a very silly looking question mark, and it's okay. Now, we do have a series of words. They're giving us an option. Okay, so we have to find that specific word that we need to box, which is or. What are the two options? The first option is 1 scoop. The next option is 2 scoops. So we know we do not put a comma after the word and or. So we only have to put 1 comma after the first option, which is after the word 1. All right. Sentence number 4 says, I like winter, spring, and summer best. I like winter, spring, and summer best. First thing we're going to do is identify the proper punctuation mark at the end. We don't need an exclamation mark because it's not a sentence with strong emotion. We don't need a question mark because it is not a question. We need a period because it is a statement. They're specifically telling us what they like. Now, I like winter, spring, and summer best. There are 3 things that this person likes best. So we have to find the word that lets us know it's a series of words, which is the word and. Okay? Now we have to identify what are the things that they like best. The first thing they like is winter. The next thing they like is spring. The next thing they like is summer. And we know you do not put a comma after the word and. So we need to figure out where to put these commas. We're going to put the first comma after the first thing she likes, which is winter. Okay? Then we're going to put a comma after the next thing they like, which is after the word spring. Okay? Number 5 says it's hot, hot, hot. We have to identify what punctuation mark goes at the end. It's not a question, so we don't need a question mark. It's sort of a statement, yes, but when you say it's hot, 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 that's more like of a sentence with strong emotion. So with a sentence with strong emotion, we need an exclamation mark at the end. And this is a tricky sentence because there is not a special word that tells us it's a word series. However, we know we have the same word 3 times. When you have the same word 3 times, you have to pause after each one of them, okay? So we're going to pause after the first one. We're going to pause after the second one. It's hot, hot, hot. And that's it. Number 6 says, could you explain how to get to the playground? Could you explain how to get to the playground? What type of sentence is that? We need to have a punctuation mark at the end. We know it's not a statement because they're not telling us how to get to the playground. We know it's not a sentence of strong emotion because they're not excited or angry. But it's a question. They're asking us a question, so we know we need a question mark at the end. And with this sentence, there is no special word that tells us we have a series of words. So no commas are needed in this sentence. Sentence number 7, I'll read it to you. I'll talk it through with you. I won't give you the answers though. I'll give you a couple hints, okay? And then number 8, you'll do it by yourself as well as number 7. Number 7 says, Mark, Ben, and Jim saw a black and white skunk. Okay, we need to identify what type of punctuation mark goes at the end. Mark, Ben, and Jim saw a black and white skunk. Figure out what punctuation mark goes at the end. Okay, now we have to identify where to place these commas, or if commas are even needed. Mark, Ben, and Jim. Those are 3 different people. So that means that's a series of words. The special word that tells us we have a series of words is that word and. So you know what you need to do with the word and. And we know we do not put a comma after the word and. So who are the 3 people that are a part of this sentence? Put a number 1 over the first person. Put a number 2 over the second person. Put a number 3 over the third person. And we know we don't put a comma after the word and, so we need to put a comma after the first 2 people. Go ahead and do that, and you should be done. Number 8 says, would you like to dance with me? The first thing you need to do is identify what type of sentence this is and figure out what punctuation mark goes at the end. Would you like to dance with me? Is it a sentence with strong emotion, meaning it needs an exclamation mark at the end? Is it a question, meaning it needs a question mark at the end? Or is it a statement, meaning you need a period? Would you like to dance with me? Put the proper punctuation mark at the end. And this sentence does not have a series of words, meaning it does not need a comma, scholars. And that's it with this one. It's an iReady Day, scholar. I challenge you to do at least 20 minutes of iReady reading. I am looking for the scholar with the most iReady minutes at the end of this week. Have a great day. I miss you. Cannot wait to see you on Friday in my video chat. Bye.